Hey guys, my name is Beans. Welcome back, and today I'm going to be going over a couple of spells to bring in abundance and prosperity. The first thing to keep in mind when doing any kind of spell is you have to do the mundane work with the metaphysical. If you just do the metaphysical and you don't do the mundane, there's a good chance that it might not work out. Nothing will probably happen. So it's important to make sure you're putting in the work. Another thing is make sure you're specific about what you want to bring in. If you want more hours at work, if you want a promotion, if you want a new job, if you want your business to be prosperous, get more orders, make sure those are things that you explicitly state when you're doing your work. On to the actual spell part of everything. One of the easiest ways to bring in abundance and prosperity is by using cinnamon. Now, you can wash your hands with cinnamon to bring in that abundance and prosperity. If you wanted to do like a abundance jar, you could put some cinnamon in there. If you sprinkle whatever place you want to be more prosperous with cinnamon, it could work. So like putting some in your wallet, keeping some in your pockets. If you have a business area, putting some there, it would also do really well. Another easy way to bring in abundance is by getting a bay leaf and writing what you want to happen on those bay leaves. Bay leaves are really good for not only bringing in abundance, but helping with manifestation. So they're really good for wishes, desires. If you want something to happen, usually most people will incorporate a bay leaf into their workings just because it's so good for that. You can also burn cinnamon to help bring in that abundance and prosperity. And I would burn the cinnamon in the place where you're wanting that to happen. So if you own your own business, if you have like a corner where you have a small business, in that place, or just on your personal body, could be really helpful too. Now, abundance jars are probably, in my opinion, some of the easiest things to do. You just put a whole bunch of things in that jar that will attract abundance. So cinnamon, basil, rosemary, bay leaf. You could probably put those 4 things in there in a jar and write your intentions down on a piece of paper and keep it in that jar, and it would probably do really well. The only thing I would say is then you would have to charge it with intent. And to charge it with intent, you can hold it in your hands, meditate with it, and put that intent into it, and that would probably do it. If that's not something that you are really comfortable with, you could always use candles. A green candle, if you are comfortable with sigils, putting a sigil on the green candle would probably do really well, and then letting that burn, that would also be really good too. If you are a crystal person, you could use some crystals to bring in abundance. There's pyrite, which is also known as fool's gold, amethyst, clear quartz, citrine, which I am a really big fan of. And you can do this by either putting it in the place where you have your business, carrying it with you to work, meditating with it, or just keeping it on your person in general, and that would probably work also. So as you can see, there are a lot of different ways that you can bring in abundance, and it's more or less about what you feel the most comfortable with. If you are someone who really gravitates towards herbs, you could do that. If you're someone who really gravitates towards crystals, you can use those. There are some people who really like to use sigils. I really like sigils, making your own sigils, finding sigils that have already been made and using those. You could do that too, and it would work just as well. There are some people who like to incorporate color magic into their workings, which I feel like color magic for this instance would actually enhance the magic, because the color most associated with money and abundance is green, so adding a little bit of green to whatever you're doing would probably enhance it a lot. Me personally, I'm a big fan of oils, so I have a abundance oil, and I'll put some on my wallet, on my hands, on any place where I do anything that has to do with money. So that's what I do. But those are a couple of the easy ways that you can bring in abundance and prosperity. If you found this video helpful, educational, if you enjoyed it, please don't be afraid to give me a like and a follow, and leave a comment. Thank you.